una de las ponencias magistrales en esta edición de Jalisco Talent Land. Los dejo, por favor les encargo un fuerte aplauso para ella. Ella es Simone y H.
Thank you. Oh my God. This is so, there's a sentiment to space drawing. Thank you. I still haven't gotten to go to space, but I'm working on it very hard. So I'm going to talk to you about the importance of building useless things. But before I get started, I'm going to take you back to 1998. I was 8 years old, and I was growing up in Sweden, and I was this really happy, cheerful kid. And I had an idea that I wanted to build a robot, but I didn't know how to do it. So the way I went on about it was that I got a block of wood, and I drilled a hole through it, and I put a stick through the hole. And the way this was a robot, the way this block of wood was a robot, was that if you moved one end of the stick, the other end would move too. And I know what you're thinking. You're like, wow, this girl's a genius. But looking back at my robot as a kind of grown-up, I realized that it's pretty terrible. It probably doesn't even qualify as a robot. But this is what I realized is one of the biggest differences between building things as a kid and building things as a grown-up. Because when you're building things as a kid, nobody expects you to build useful things. And I didn't expect myself to build useful things. So I was really happy with my robot. So a lot of things have happened since I was 8 years old. I'm a lot happier nowadays. But one thing that hasn't changed is that I still build a lot of things. Here's a soup robot that I made. There we go. So this machine is great for if you have hands, but you don't want to have to use them. And the next project I'm going to show you is great if you have hands, but you don't want to have them anymore. Because I built a machine to help me chop vegetables. And as a bonus, this GIF right here is the perfect response if anyone ever sends you dick pics you don't want. And by some weird internet miracle, this has become what I do for a living. I build useless machines and I post them on YouTube. And a lot of people think that I'm an engineer, but I'm technically not an engineer. I did not study engineering in school, and I only started building with hardware around 4 years ago. And the way I got interested in hardware was that I got an idea that I really fell in love with. And it happened when I was sitting with my phone, and I had my charger plugged in, and I was just strumming on the charger cord. And I remember looking down, being like, wait, maybe this is something. And that was how the idea of Cordio was born. So I wanted to make an iPhone case with retractable guitar strings, so you can pull them out on the bottom of your phone, clip it to your belt, and hold the cord on your screen and play the strings as if it was a normal guitar. And I had not done any programming or any electronics before this, but ignorance is truly bliss, because if I had understood how complicated this would be to make, I would probably never have done it. Because to make this, I had to learn 3D modeling to make the mechanism for the cords and the case itself. I had to learn how to solder and make basic circuits. I had to learn basic hardware programming, and I measured the capacitive touch to see if somebody was touching the strings, and then sent that signal or that data via Bluetooth Low Energy to the phone, and then I had to make a very basic iOS app to merge that data and check where the user was holding the cord on the screen and then play the coherent sound. But after 3 weeks of Googling and very bad programming posture, my friend Jonathan and I had made this. I don't know if you can hear it, but it kind of works.
That is pretty great.
And this video comes with a bit of a side note, and that is to document the projects you do really well, because the videos and the photos you take of the projects you build are going to outlive the project itself by far. Cordio is in some box somewhere. I don't even know where it is, but I still show this video a lot, and I wish that I had a better one to show. So, looking back at how this idea got me into hardware and how I kept on learning about hardware, I realized that I've almost developed this learning method for myself. And I call it ideas first and tools later. And what I mean by that is the way that I would learn was that I would get an idea that I really liked, and the tools were just these things I had to learn to make that idea come true. And never did I sit down with a book being like, I'm going to learn about transistors. Instead, the tools were just like this surfboard I had to learn how to paddle to get to the island I wanted to get to. And to me, this really makes sense. But if you think about how a lot of the education system is, it's the other way around. You learn tools, and sometimes you even don't get to apply them onto ideas. In building useless things, for some reason, I kept on falling in love with these pretty useless ideas. But I was like, I'm learning about programming and I'm learning about electronics. So if this is what keeps me enthusiastic, I should let myself do it. But only building things that don't work is a little bit difficult if you're applying for a job. Unless you want to hire me as a babysitter, because there's this project I've been working on. This is me trying it on, but it really works a lot better with small children. So, one of the things I realized is that if you find the things you do interesting, there are probably other people who do too. And we spend a lot of time talking about a target group and what's the target group and what does the target group want. And those conversations are really important. But it's also important to think if you like something and you're not really sure why, you're probably onto something. Because I kept on building these useless machines, and I was definitely not thinking about a target group or anything, but I was like, I think it's really funny. And this is the first machine that I built. I call it the toothbrush helmet. It's recommended by 0 out of 10 dentists. And I made this only because I thought it would be fun, and I posted it online, and it went viral. And I remember thinking that it was really scary to have a video go viral. Somehow I thought if I make something and it goes viral, I'm gonna be like, haha, yes, I'm conquering the world. But it was really scary because I started getting all these friend requests from strangers, and I started getting marriage proposals in comment sections, and people started writing articles about what I do, and all these TV shows emailed me and wanted to show my clips. Here's a Japanese TV show who showed my breakfast machine. There's no audio. I wonder if we can fix the audio for the next video.
若干問題がありますが、最後はスプーンで食べさせてくれるんです。
And I even got to be on the Late Show with Stephen Colbert. Okay, now you need to go here.
Okay.
Go there. Right there. And all of this has made some people started calling me the Kardashian of tech. Which is actually, I think it's meant as an insult, but it's actually weirdly accurate considering the amount of comments I get about my butt. So I don't want to talk too much about sexual harassment on the internet. I think a lot of you are aware that it's very prevalent, especially in tech. But I do want to say that I think it's really important, if somebody's harassing you, it's really important to respond and to speak to them on a level that they can understand. So whenever somebody comments about my body or about anything sexual, I have developed this method of responding. Oh, come on, video. Yes. It's just really important to speak to people on a level that they can understand. So a lot of what I do is celebrating failure, but more than that, it's about daring to be bad at things. So I used to be a really ambitious student in school. I would study really hard and I would get really good grades, and that was super nice. But one of the things that wasn't so nice was that if I would get a B on a test, I would cry. And I don't only mean cry a little bit. I would cry for days if I got a bad test score. So I had struggled with really severe performance anxiety, and in some way I realized that this thing of like setting out to build useless things was a way for me to deal with that performance anxiety, because it relieved me of all pressure and it allowed me to just play. So being okay with being bad at things is one of the most valuable skills I could have gotten. It's taught me humility, compassion. It also teaches you very practical things, like not putting your hair close to rotating shafts. Oh, there we go. Ow! No! So this clip right here has been viewed around 80 million times, which means I might be the person in the entire world that most people have seen getting slapped in the face with a rubber hand. I can't say I'm proud of it, but it's something, right? So one of the things I realized is that you don't always know what your ideas are. Good ideas might turn out to be bad, and bad ideas might turn out to be good, but you won't know unless you actually build them. It's like that time when I was thinking, what about if you could cut hair using drones? It was a really bad idea and a really bad outcome. But a more serious example, and I love using the word serious whenever I'm talking about the toothbrush helmet. A more serious example is the toothbrush helmet, because I posted it online and I wasn't really thinking, I only built it because I thought it would look funny. But I got a lot of people who wrote me and said, hey, I understand this is just like a joke, but it would actually be really good for people with mobility issues. And to me, that just blew my mind, because I had built something and then other people could find other use cases for it, and use cases that I could never have imagined. So now, in the honor of building useless things, I want to do a brainstorming exercise with you. It's called the brick. And if you have your phone or a notepad, something you can write on, I'm going to give you 3 minutes to come up with as many use cases as possible for one single brick. So you can have it as a building block or as a book stand, but try to write down as many ideas as possible. What can you use just one brick for? Okay? Let's see if somebody can get to 30 ideas. Okay, so get your phone or something to write on. Do you understand? Are you getting it? Yeah? Okay, I'm getting some nods. Okay, 3 minutes starting now. Okay, you're 1 minute in, 2 minutes left. Try to write just super fast. Don't think about it too much. Anything you can use just one brick for. This is also the perfect time for me to take pictures. Yeah! Thanks, guys. You're halfway through, 1.5 minutes left. One minute left. Try to write 5 more ideas. Thirty seconds left. Ten seconds left. One more idea. And we're done. Okay, so what I want you to do now is to turn to the person sitting next to you. If it's preferably somebody you don't know, turn to the person next to you and read the last 3 ideas you wrote down. So the last 3 things on your list. Okay, I think we have some people with microphones in the audience, but raise your hand. What was your best idea that you wrote down? You in the red shirt. What was that? Oh, I can't hear you. Do we have Okay, we have some people coming with microphones. There's gonna be a lot of people to navigate through. Okay, so the guy in the red shirt? The gentleman, sorry. Okay.
For a ticket?
A ticket?
For a picture with you.
We're good. What's next? Is a girl sitting down?
Okay, so we said that you can use it to turn the light off.
To turn the light off?
Yeah.
As a switch? Yeah. Oh, to throw it at the light bulb. Yeah, your light bulb consumption is going to go up a lot, but it's an okay consequence. Okay, somebody else. Anyone that you can find. The guy in the black shirt. Sorry, people in the back, we're not going to be able to get to you. But I appreciate all of your ideas. You can tweet them at me and I'll read it.
Maybe as a meat tenderizer.
A what?
A meat. A piece of meat and you tenderize
Oh, to tenderize the meat. Yeah, yeah. Unless the meat is alive and it's a person, because then it's a crime. Yeah, let's just be frank. Okay, what was your worst idea? Raise your hand. There's a guy in a black shirt there. Yeah.
Like a cell phone, like you put a note on the brick and then throw it to the other person, like over there, and she will notice.
It's like a can phone when you have two cans and a string, but instead you throw a brick at them. Yeah? No, that's good. Okay, last one. The girl in the gray shirt. The microphone is not working. Yeah.
Make a use of carrot with the fake food. Fake food.
Fake food? Yeah, you can make it into a piece of carrot, like sculpt it. That'd be fine. So I've done this brainstorming exercise with a lot of people. And what I like about it is that you so quickly run out of good ideas. And you have to really go into bad idea land. And that is where you find a lot of things that people haven't thought about before. I did this with a group of maybe like 11, 12-year-olds in Canada. And this girl was like, you can use it as a coffin for your dead pets. It's not that bad of an idea. I don't know what to say to that. Next person. So, one of the things that I realized, is that a lot of people ask me if I think I'm ever going to invent something useful. And maybe someday I will, but the way I see it, I already have. I already have invented something useful because I've invented myself this job. And it's something 8-year-old Simone could never have thought of because she wouldn't know that it would be an option to be the queen of shitty robots. But instead, it just happened because I did things that I was enthusiastic about, and I let myself spend time on it, and I shared that. I shared my projects with other people. And to me, that is the true beauty of building useless things, because you never know where it's going to take you. Thank you. Oh. Thank you. You're so sweet. Okay. I don't know what the plan is now. Am I walking off stage? No. Should we do some questions? Do you want to do some questions and answers? Yeah? Okay. Let's do it.
Sí. Questions
Yeah.
and answers?
Yeah.
Okay. You're gonna see who is gonna question?
Oh, I get to pick?
Yeah.
But it's so hard.
Raise your hand. Levanta la mano. Quien quiera hacer una pregunta.
Yeah. There's a girl in is it a pizza shirt? I can't see. Yeah, but can she ask a question? Oh no! Hold tight. Oh, we have to swap the battery. There's some technical difficulties here. Yeah.
Thanks so much. I need to tell you how much I love you.
Oh.
I'm sorry. Okay. I have one question. How did you feel the first time you saw your video? Well, I'm so sorry. I'm so nervous.
No.
your video was seen for so much people.
Yeah.
How you feel? And what it means for you?
Yeah. So what I felt like when my first video started going viral? Yeah. I think I told you a little bit about that. It was the toothbrush helmet, and it was really scary because you get to a point when you realize that there's no way you can take it off of the internet. Like you lose control over the content, and even if I tried, I wouldn't be able to get it off the internet. So I was really happy that it was from a project that I built and that I liked that went viral, and not something like, I don't know, a stupid video of somebody being drunk and throwing up, or like something like that. But it's really, it's such a powerful thing when the internet like takes hold of you in that way, and it's really fun. I mean, it's super, super fun, but it's also really scary. And in some way, I feel a lot worse for people who go viral in a bad way, like people who get these like really big hate trains on them, because even getting like a good virality was really scary. So getting that in a bad way must be so terrible. Yeah. But it was also really fun. Yeah. The guy over there, I don't know where the microphone people are. Oh, there's a go.
Here.
Where?
Here.
There, yeah, guy in the yellow shirt.
Hi.
Hi.
I know you're talking about that making bad ideas can technically be good ideas.
Yeah?
But have you got to a point where you actually believe it's a bad idea?
I mean, the thing is, I realized that in some way, I've just changed the definition of what is good and bad. Because to me, a good machine is one that fails in a funny way. I mean, the worst machine would be the one that doesn't start, but that's like not very fun. So, so to me, like a really good idea is a really bad idea that's also funny. Does that make sense? Yeah. So, but there's, I mean, yeah. And then there's also ideas that are just plain bad, and they can be fun too, but not always. Yeah. Yeah? Oh, cool. Hi. Yeah, sure.
Have you ever thought about selling one of your inventions?
Have I thought about selling one of my inventions? Yes. It's hardware development is very hard. Working on one of the projects in particular, I'm really excited about it. I've been thinking about making like maker kits as well, but I just haven't got into it. But yeah, I would love to make a maker kit. Like for example, the applause machine that I made. I don't know if you saw it, but there's a machine that claps its hands. Like turning that into a maker kit would be really fun. But it's just been, yeah, we're working on it. I'm being vague. Yeah, thank you. Okay, somebody over there. Yeah, in a gray shirt.
Hello?
Hello?
Yeah. Yep. How do you feel about your videos being so educative and, I don't know, inspiring to people without intending to be, you know, like there's some other big channels like this house who really took a long time to produce one video, and you can do it like every week and people engage with you. And do you think that channel like yours will be growing in time?
I'm not sure I understand the question. Can you repeat it?
Yeah, sorry.
No, no worries.
I mean, your videos, people use it to learn things, right?
Yeah, sometimes, yes.
I mean, that's not your main intention. I think your main intention is like comedy.
Yeah.
You think like videos like you, channels like yours, can grow in time and get bigger and, I don't know, like educate so much people without the intent to?
Not sure still I understand, but like maybe about my videos not being very educational. So I mean, my videos are, it's definitely not tutorials. I don't show people how to build stuff. It's more just showcasing what you can do. But I think, and then about it, if it maybe would grow more if it was more tutorial based. I'm not sure. I mean, there are so many people who do that really well, and I think of it more as like some sort of robot comedy than anything else. And I think that there are so many good online resources for learning about electronics and programming and people who do that really well. And if people can see, maybe get inspired by some projects that they see on YouTube, they're going to find ways to learn about it. Yeah. Okay. Is somebody here? Oh, there's a kid. Does he have a microphone? No, but there's a... with a question. Kid with a question. I know he's good. You don't need a hold.
What is the size of your biggest your biggest project or robot?
Okay, what the size of my biggest project? So it's a little bit different. The clip that's been seen the most on different platforms is the wake-up machine. But the video that has the most views on YouTube is when I lock myself in my bathroom for 48 hours. So it's pretty random, but I did this like little DIY astronaut program because I really want to go to space. And I locked myself in my bathroom as like isolation training. Yeah, it's very random. Yes, spend some out of space. Cool. No, I think let's do one last question. Thank you for asking such nice questions. Yeah, one more question. Oh, who? The girl in the striped shirt. Yeah, that's good.
Thank you. So I see you learn a lot of things like by your own, not going like to a school. So what is something that you're learning right now that you're very excited about?
So what is something I'm learning right now? I am learning Spanish. Entiendo un poquito, pero okay. I really want to learn more. It's difficult because in some way I don't have a lot of time to spend on building stuff. And I really want to spend more time. I've been doing a lot of like metal fabrication, which I'm really, really excited about. Also just getting better at CAD design and working more into product development and how to build stuff for manufacturing. But it's all like very general things. But overall, I just want to do more metalworking and learn how to weld. That's, it opens up a lot of potential projects. Okay, thank you so much for asking such nice questions, for doing the brainstorming exercise, and for listening and being super sweet. Okay, bye.